here on live chat with Jimmy Mooney, probably the fastest hands I've ever seen anybody before. Dude, your hands are like a damn machine.
Been doing it for a long time, man.
Your hands are, dude. They're like a sewing machine needle. No shit.
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was like 10 years old. I'm 34 now.
Yeah, 34. You was in the kickboxing game for a long time.
Yeah. 4 years, and I was also training others kickboxing as well.
Yeah. Your dummy, all those videos you got of your mannequin thing you beat up and stuff.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. You're not
21 million views on just one video of me punching on that thing.
I saw that. I had a buddy over here a minute ago, and I told him, I said, man, this guy right here, I said, you want to fight him? He's like, hell no.
Hey, but the last experience the other day, Saturday, whenever I was boxing or whatever, and we got the draw, I try to tell people many, many times, MMA, karate, and kickboxing is where I'm at. Boxing, I ain't done since I was younger, and it motivated me to get back into a gym, and I'm training hard now. So, man, the keyboard warriors are on me like white on rice right now, though. They wanted me to lose so bad.
Oh, I see a bunch of people, but I really think it's cool how you don't really let it bother you.
No, yeah, I mean, why should you? They get you paid.
You want me to tell you why you got so many haters, man? Because you got 500,000 followers, almost 10 million likes. People are not happy for people. I mean, that's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been like that towards anybody. Not even somebody like Jay Paul. I've never been that way. I respect everybody for what they do.
That's right. Yeah. That's what you'll end up doing it, man. You will. You got the fight in you, man. You got the heart. Yeah, I know.
And we got more movies out. I mean, we got another one that's it's on IMDb. It's coming out. Can't wait for the payday on that one. It's called Ghost of Eastwind Castle. And I'm talking about it's going to be huge, man. I mean, it's the real deal.
You've been in several movies.
Yeah, I've been, this will be my fifth movie. Yeah, fifth movie. Christopher Forbes was my first director. And if you know Parker Stevenson, he used to be married to Christy Alley. That's the same director I had for the first medieval movie he's ever done. Because they always filmed like Billy the Kid, stuff like that. And the guy that owned the productions, he pulled me in from those movies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we used Eastwind Productions, and now I'm working with him.
Are you fighting in the movies?
Yeah, mainly sword fighting, but we got another movie we're working on. It's called Old Timer. I'll be driving El Camino, and I'll be doing a lot of hand-to-hand combat in that movie. So it's not medieval in this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you've been in several movies. Have you always lived in Georgia?
I grew up in Georgia, but for like 7 years, I lived in South Carolina. I had to get my kids out of it, man. It's a bad place. Where I was, bad place.
Yeah, South Carolina was.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing to nobody. I just disappeared, and I had to get out of there.
Yeah, man, when it all boils down to
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to give them a better life,
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I enjoyed, man, talking with you down at Irondale and stuff. You went in there, and I felt like
I had a lot of people that was showing a lot of love, respect, pictures. They have shirts of me on them. It was an amazing thing. Even when somebody gave me their shirt, he was like, I want you to have it. And and a lot of kids were like, man, it was a draw, but it looked like you won. You had him. You had him on the ropes. It was really cool. But it was a great experience. I mean, just the fact of everybody walking up to me is like, man, can I get a picture with you? Can I get an autograph? And then I ran into you and heard that you did, podcasting for Butterbean as well. So said I'm gonna do it.
Did you listen to mine and his podcast?
I have not had. I just ain't got like a lot of time. I don't even have time to watch movies.
Yeah, busy, man. I know how it is. I got kids all day today. I've been trying to fix my email, and every time it's like, "Hey, will you get me a popsicle? Hey, will you get me? Hey, can I? Hey, will you give me?"
Yeah. And I was really proud. Me and Butterbean are good friends. I was really glad that he was in my corner.
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to let him down. So, I mean, he kept pushing me. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have kept going, man, because I had a few things that happened. I got asthma, and we know next time to go ahead and take that inhaler before I even get in there. But I just didn't want to give up on him.
Let her be, man. That's what in our podcast he asked me. He said, you know Jimmy Mooney? I think I have. He said, you don't know Jimmy Mooney? That's the fastest hands I've ever seen. That's what he said. He's like, that's it. He's like, you got to check him out on TikTok. I was like, yeah, I will do.
Yeah. There's a lot of people like that, man. I've got Sam Alvey from the UFC, Chad Demore. We're all good friends, man. I'm good friends with a lot of great other actors and actresses and fighters, and they all love me, man. They love what I do. And Butterman was like, he started watching me because the bags, it's just funny. Me walking up and just slapping Bob and walking off is hilarious to people.
That's your mannequin, right? Yeah.
I mean, his whole face is tearing right off.
Oh, I saw foam flying out.
Yeah. All that stuff's coming out. I can't keep it in there. It's so funny, man. I don't know.
Everybody hears this podcast. You got to check out Jimmy Mooney official on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, dude has literally shredded the face of one of these damn boxing mannequins.
The whole face is coming off, and I even got a strap going around it, ratchet strap, just tighten as much as I could. The whole back of it ripped off, and I tore it to shreds, man.
Y'all do a bunch of training. So how much, like throughout the day, how many hours do you think you put aside for training, fighting?
Well, so basically before I even got into the boxing, when I was younger, I used to do boxing. Like that was the first thing I ever did. And lately for the past month and a half was boxing training, boxing fitness. You didn't have coach out there working with you. You didn't spar. Not like the gym. I'm working with professionals now. So I was taking about 4 hours a day, doing things. And just kind of, as you seen me kick the guy in the ring, which everybody thought was funny, and I got in trouble for it. But, I work on my kicks a lot too in between. And right now I got to step away from MMA, kickboxing. Boxing's where it's at, man. And boxing, you're making the most money. You're getting the most views. It's the original. People's always loved to watch boxing. So that's what I'm leaning towards right now. And with the gym and everything, probably about 6 hours a day now, I'm training Monday through Thursday.
Yeah. Then you
a lot of work.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Going to the gym, dude, is a job itself. I mean, it really
is. It is. It's a full-time job doing this right now, man. Especially them knowing we're going to be put on UFA, United Fight Alliance. They're pushing, and they want me to do my very best when I get in there. They don't want no playing around.
You will. I mean,
yeah. So next opponent, whoever it is out there, just get ready. Jimmy Mooney's laying them hands on you.
Okay. And you'll get hit 30 times before you even realize that.
You know what? If they hit me, man, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be hard to knock my ass out because I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm gonna keep going to them. I'm gonna be one of those ones that ain't gonna stop unless I am out.
That's right. Yeah. Do you have any plans for any upcoming fights?
Well, this next event that's going to go on pay-per-view, I think it'll be about like July. I'm going to actually bring some stuff out there dealing with the movies. And I won't even bring Bob out there just so people have seen in person what I did to it. Maybe even work on him a little bit after the fight to show everybody. So there's a lot of great things I came up with that's going to just drive people insane.
I mean, dude, 500,000 followers on TikTok. You've done something.
Yep. And that's not the only account. I've had other accounts that had almost 600,000, almost 1 million, but so when these haters call me out and I'm like, okay, well, let's get in there. They start reporting me after they get their attention, and TikTok doesn't like that. They don't like the whole bullying thing. I got the whole app going crazy with each other, and they get all this attention. Getting Bob, it's wild how much this has gone, how far it's gone because of what I've done.
I didn't really realize, like, watching some videos and stuff, and even seeing people comment on your live, and even Hillbilly's live, there's a lot of people that call you out And you're just like, dude, I mean, seriously, there's no way that I would fight.
I tell them all the time, I say, you're not ready. You're not ready. I just recently made a video telling them you're trying to get an easy handout, but what they got to understand is tomorrow's Monday. It's time to go back to work. They're not getting an easy payday from me, man. Just step in the ring, getting hurt, and then they expect me to make all this money and walk away. I'm not going to do that. And plus, it doesn't work that way. Even Butterbean said it. Commissioners, the promoters, all them, they have to set the fights up. You just can't expect to walk in there and fight somebody like me, a celebrity, on TV and get handed money like that. It's just not going to work. And they're trying. They will do anything to make you look bad, call me names, do this and that, talk about my family. But I can't just say, well, let's go. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, like I've interviewed several fighters. My brother used to interview fighters all the time, man. And y'all are very humble to the point of, dude, I wouldn't fight you. I'd kill you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we're going to bicker with you because I know
the point of the fighters, I mean, here's how it works. Okay, you sell. I mean, you got people arguing just so people, would be like, oh, I got to watch this. We hope he gets knocked out. That. But when it all comes down in the end, respect and love for one another, I mean, nobody's mad. Nobody's trying to kill each other. It's just it's business, man. And I mean, that's what fighting is. You're gonna have a little heat. You're gonna get mad at one another. You're doing it to fight. You don't want to get in there with a smile on your face.
Right.
I mean, that's just how it's all in. Everything boils down to entertainment, man. You get in there, you fight, and whoever gets knocked out gets knocked out. That's what people want to see.
I was asking Christian Eccles about that. I said, how do you get mad at an opponent? How do you get mad at them? I mean, like, what motivates you to go in that ring and you're just like, my God, I'm about to tear this guy's head off.
So one thing, like Jay Paul said, I have to go in there, thinking to myself, and this was my first boxing match. So I wasn't really pissed at this guy. He was very, very respectful, not one word wrong. Right, but I have to look at it like this guy's trying to take my money. He's trying to take my bread. He's trying to embarrass me and expose me in front of the world. That's what I got to think. I'm thinking he's in there to take what I got. Yeah. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to give it all you got and just tear this guy up, man. And, and like even Mike Tyson said, I don't really want to hurt people, but it's the sport. Yeah, I mean, you got to. Yeah, so you got to be mad.
There's going to be consequences.
Yeah. You got to be mad, man. You got to get in there and stop them from taking what you got.
That's right. So did you, like, growing up, how did you, like, get started into the fight? Like, how did your dad, was he like a fighter, brother, somebody or anything?
No, it's mainly the neighborhood we grew up in. Boxing, everybody in the neighborhood was going to boxing. They were fighting in the street. And you kind of had to learn, to survive, So I started my own thing in the boxing gym and giving it a try. I was in there for a couple of years. And then I quit. Coach was real hard on us. We were young, wasn't but like 13 years old. And then I started karate when I was 15 or 16. I begged mama to let me in. I saw Van Damme and all them on TV all the time. I want to be able to kick like that. So, boxing was everybody's thing in Augusta, man. And they still do it. It's known for that. Everybody in Augusta wants to go to that boxing club.
Yeah. Augusta's is that where you grew up at? Was Augusta?
Yep. No. Okay. Augusta, Georgia, Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Rough, man. People get killed down there all the time.
Really? Seeing all you see, like, I like playing golf, so I see the Augusta National.
Now, I like to play golf, but I can't watch it. I will fall asleep. Fighting, I can do both. Tensing, it's like, what's going to happen next? Golf is just like, all right, well, he's got to hit it 3 more times. So, it's like NASCAR. Well, damn, he's about to take another left. I wonder what's going to come up next. Oh, man. But, yeah, I enjoy fighting, and doing movies. And I like putting them together on TikTok. So that's what I do. I put them together. I put it on TikTok to give people entertainment, to laugh. That's why I did the whole Bob thing. Just slapping it. People love it.
Oh, yeah, they do. Entertainment is fun.
They love it. And then you got someone that says, well, I wish you'd slap me like that, and I just have to ignore them, man. It's like, no, you don't. Really, you don't.
You ever heard the old joke, dude, where the guy gets pulled over by the cop and his buddy's sitting in the passenger seat, and he says he slaps the shit out of the guy that's driving the car right off the bat, the police officer. And he says, give me a license, whatever, I'll make this short, but he says, give me a license. He gives him a license, he looks at it, he says, all right. He said, you good to go, but hang on just a second. He walks around the passenger seat, taps on the window, his buddy rolls the window down, and slaps the shit out of him too, And he says, what was that for? He said, that was your wish come true. He said, because I knew when you got headed down the highway, you'd look at your buddy and say, I wish you would have done that to me. You know what I mean?
That sounds like me. Oh, God.
But
that was fun.
I'll show you this. This is pretty cool. I went down the Fox and had Butterbean on.
Yep. Nice. When I went to North Carolina, Tennessee, I got some gloves from him with the signature.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like, well, I got to support my man, my guy. We're good friends, man. I was like, me and my wife, we said, we're going to buy some stuff. We got some pictures and stuff. And, we even bought him this big plaque with all of our picture on it to give to him.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Butterbean is, dude. He is like talking to him at the fight the other night. You wouldn't imagine the dude could punch your head off. You know what I mean?
God.
So humble and nice.
He is. He's put that time in, man. He's had over 300 fights.
Yeah. I mean,
you're gonna be humble. You're knocking people out the ring left and right too. You're just gonna be like, I don't want to hurt nobody.
I asked him about the slap fight, and I think he might would do that actually.
Really?
Yes,
asked me about it.
He could do it.
I mean, it would be kind of cool. I know the UFC added it, or they're trying to get it together, but I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh man, Butterbean would be awesome at that, dude.
One hit, that's it.
And Butterbean's only been knocked out a few times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
His
hands cover up my whole head. Like,
do you know what my mother told him? I brought my mom. I brought my mom down to Iredale on that Friday night, and I was telling her. She said, well, "Go speak to him." I said, "He's busy." I said, "He's busy. I won't bother him." I said, "I got to find Mooney and I got to find him." I said, "That's who Butterbean wanted me to talk with and stuff." And
nice.
So finally, Butterbean comes walking across. He holds his thumb up at me, and Butterbean says, he gets, I said, "Let me get a quick picture with you or whatever," because I put it on this wall back here behind me. I'm gonna get you to send me a picture or something to you and autograph, and we'll hang it up on this wall. And my mother tells Butterbean, says, "I cannot believe you're as mean as you are. You look like a overgrown Spanky from Little Rascal." And I was like, "Really?" Yeah, she said, "You look so sweet talking to Butterbean." I'm like, "Well, he might look sweet, but let me tell you something, dude will knock your head off."
He's a big guy, man. He's a big dude. I mean, imagine just stepping in with him even now, forget that.
I wouldn't. It'd have to be a major bet I lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The money's got to be right, just that way you know.
Have some money to cover my medical expenses. I'm going to have,
everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your family's good to go.
Yeah, that's right. But so I didn't understand the whole TikTok thing. So y'all tried. I heard Butterbean talk several times about trying to get. I guess Butterbean, that y'all are trying to fight other TikTokers sometimes that have a lot of followers.
So the way it works, the way we was doing it at the very beginning before all this pay-per-view and stuff started coming around, was that you had other people on TikTok that say, "Oh, well, you can't fight," and then I say they started the goofy side of the fighting on TikTok, where you got people that literally have no idea whatsoever, never threw a punch when they were a kid, nothing. that just started this whole thing. And people are like, I don't know. I really don't even know how to explain it, but it makes me sick. It's like you're risking your life in there, maybe even get somebody that knows what they're doing just because of TikTok. But you got a lot of us that actually takes it serious and that we can fight. We don't mind to fight. We've been in it, you know, to do the entertainment, like get people around to watch something good. You know, I admit my boxing match wasn't perfect. It went, you know, everybody's got, you know, a little bit of things they need to fix in the ring. And but MMA is where it's at, man. That's when it first started on TikTok. And then when I went to Street Beefs and I destroyed the guy from TikTok that said he knew how to fight and he didn't. Got on the ground, was punching his head in. And you could tell I held my punches back because I didn't want to hurt the guy like that. He lied. You see what I'm saying?
Wanted to win the fight. But
yeah. So we had to pull away from that because there's no way that we can just, somebody like me or whatever, step in there with somebody that just wants to call you out to get the attention, the fame, the money, and seriously end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I don't want to do that to nobody. So I ignore a lot of them now.
And that's what with Butterbean, I saw her, late interview. This has been 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe even longer than that Kimbo Slice had called Butterbean, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was actually when Kimbo was still fighting like street fight, you know, but he like called Butterbean out. But Butterbean was very humble about it. He was like, I mean, guys just trying to use me to get fame. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. Yeah. Just trying to take the easy route, man, and it's not worth it.
No.
I mean, it causes a lot of problems. I mean, getting hit in the head like that causes problems. You know, you're risking everything, man. And then the whole world sees it on top of that. And everybody gets hated. And the thing is, a lot of people can't take it. You know, I know people right now on TikTok that committed suicide just because they were getting made fun of for dancing. Yeah. And people don't care. They really don't care.
Oh, they don't. I mean, really and truly, social media has got out of hand.
It's got out of hand. It's bad.
I mean, we got the First Amendment. I can say whatever I want to. I could challenge you to a fight on here for what I want to. Yep. No, you know what I mean? But like, people really do. There's no consequences for anything that's posted on Facebook and TikTok, Instagram. I mean, I can go on there and just really just drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Calling you this, calling you that. And it's trickled down into the younger kids. I don't know how young your kids are, but like
they're young.
Social bullying.
Yeah, that's why I don't like my kids to even. I tell them, if you see somebody making fun of you or something, just move on. Don't even say nothing to them, because their whole thing is they're just going to report you and your account gets taken. But they don't, TikTok don't really do nothing with them. They let the trolls, and the haters and all that stay on that platform and steadily attack people.
I like yours. I like you a lot on whenever you go live and you got some kind of troll that's out there and he's like, "Oh man, I'll whoop you," all this kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, get off my page,
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, who are you again? Oh, wait, I forgot who you are. Wait, what did you say again? Oh, never mind, you got muted.
It really is. It's like, it's people stay up late at night, man, or something. They just have nothing better to do than to try to make fun of somebody else, It's like,
I've experienced it a little bit. I've got on there just to talk about the fights or something or what's coming up. They'll say one thing and all of them will start saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To make it seem like, oh, look, but they don't honestly know. Because I can ask them a question about this fight, like even, I was talking about the boxing, and they won't be able to tell me one thing about it. They're just going to say what everybody else says.
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, it's trolls. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, try their best to bring somebody down. I mean, it really makes them look like the fool. I don't think they know that, but like me looking, watch your live, and I'm seeing comments come across there, everything. I really and truly, I'm like, what an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even comment that? That's so stupid.
It makes them look so ignorant. And just for them watching and just like you taking your hard-earned day and time to come in there to try to make me feel bad or look bad, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even matter. But they're giving me views. They're giving me paid. That's what matters to me. So they can do it all day long. And they can wake up at 12 o'clock and go, I wonder if he's on live yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And I do, man. Like you'll even, I'll see some of this stuff coming through there, and I may be like, "What's up, dude?" You're like, "Hey, man, there's the podcast guy. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man?" And then the next one will be like, "I'd fight you. You're a wimp or whatever." And then you're like, you just let that one scroll right by.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to it. I done really well with it. I learned in the past, and even with the directors and everything that I work with for the movies, they're just like, you really got to ignore people out there. Just because they're on our movies talking bad about it, they're still watching it. They're still giving it views, and we get paid for it, man. I mean, it doesn't matter what they say. They say Mooney and they're just watching, but they can say whatever they want. And a lot of people respect me for that, man. I got a lot of true fans out there. And, I look out for people.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them for that. I really do.
I've given out money. I've helped out families. We've paid people's bills, bought them food. Me even met up with one lady that's on YouTube right now, Jimmy Mooney Official, where we gave her a bunch of baby stuff for her newborn babies. And people made fun of it. It's like, okay, well, you're helping her get that stuff because you're getting me paid for saying that. They don't understand that. So I started ignoring them. Just let them do what they do.
Well, people don't really know. That's what, when I was telling you about coming on the podcast, people don't really know the person. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. A lot of people may not know that. They're mainly there just to come up with something negative done.
Yeah.
Positive. You know what I mean? Like the positive outweighs the negative by a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, but making fun of you for giving you a hard time about buying somebody's child. I mean, to that mother, that was probably one of the biggest things she might have ever got.
Yeah.
I mean, so when people go to typing on that keyboard and stuff and trying to like bring people down and stuff, they need to really realize, hey, what's this guy doing good? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but they don't. They just automatically, it's just
nope.
Oh yeah, I could beat him up.
But at least I know what I do, and I get a good response out of it. The reaction is just priceless.
Yeah.
And something that we gave her autograph pictures, stuff like that while I was there. And we also helped another lady, Elizabeth. She comes to my life sometimes. Her kid ain't doing too good right now. We've gave them money. We've helped out with things, the doctors and food and stuff when she was stuck. We do stuff like that, but people don't see that. They only see the TikTok side where I'm punching on Bob and I'm like, nobody can beat the fast and strongest. And that's kind of how I started getting all that hate too. But I try to get them to know the real me, and they don't want to take the time, But there has been a couple of people there that says, man, I was wrong about you. You're actually a really cool dude. And that was a great fight,
That's the people that you keep doing what you're doing because you respond to them. That's, I mean, you're
traveled all that way just to watch me in the ring. That was really cool.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I drove, it wasn't that far, but it was about an hour, 20 minutes. We got lost. I'd never been to Irondale Civic Center before.
Really?
And, but Butterbean told me, he said, man, you need to go in there and talk to Mooney. You need to talk to Crazy Billy. And when I came up to you, I mean, you were A class, dude. I mean, you said, oh yeah, he mentioned something. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. I'm not like what people think on the outside at all. Again, very beginning where we're talking about the fighters, how they beef with each other, but they're not really at each other's throats like that. Entertainment. Same thing with TikTok. It gets people watching. They want to see what happens next. Oh, Jimmy Mooney's going to get knocked out. Jimmy Mooney might win. Jimmy Mooney might step in the ring, and they're going to watch. And I give them what they want. I mean, may not get knocked out like they want, but maybe next time, guys.
You had one fight where you had an injury. Did you have one fight where you had an injury? Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. I recently just saw somebody on TikTok too. He broke his wrist in street beefs. Again, this goofy side of the fights, and he don't know anything. And all of a sudden, he just broke his wrist. And I'm like, I don't know why these people are copying me. And I'm dead serious. Like even the other celebrities on there, you got Island Boys that copy me with the punching bag and saying they're fast and strong. There's just so many people. Every time I turn around, they're doing these videos. I'm like, but why? If you're not a fighter, don't fight. These guys sing. They got enough. they got enough attention. They got enough money. Why do this? Don't y'all see the hate? But I think they honestly understand where it comes from, what it's about.
It is. It's about more followers. It's about this. It's about that.
Followers, money, attention.
I could go on, TikTok's something I really hadn't. Most of my listeners or most of my podcasts are Spotify and iHeart, and I think I'm actually in 11 different countries now on the podcast. I have some Dallas, Texas listeners, like I have. I'm not trying to, like on TikTok, I could come out and I could challenge you to a boxing match. Okay. And tomorrow morning when I woke up, I could probably have 20,000 followers. Do I want to go about that way? No, I don't. You know what I mean? But people are always trying to get attention.
Yeah.
People will stick their necks out for anything, some damn attention or more followers or whatever. And it's like, just do it yourself, man.
And I kind of respect people for doing it, but don't do it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say you're going to fight somebody and then get everybody's attention and don't do it. It's drawing a lot of people crazy, like driving them crazy on the platform. It's driving me a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, okay, this guy wants to fight me. He wants to fight this guy. Well, let's see what happens. And then he disappears after he gets his followers. I'm like, the hell? I was watching you, man. And
that's what I'm talking about. I want to challenge Jimmy Mooney to a boxing match. And I could start like copying you and all this kind of stuff. And hell, I'd have a bunch of followers tomorrow, but I don't want to get it that way because I don't really want to. I like running my mouth. That's what I'm good at. You know what I mean? It's like, but people do, man, anything for attention. That's what they want.
Yeah.
I think you've done well, man, on like just the haters are there. You're not blocking them, none of that kind of stuff. But you just you're like, man, you can be here if you want to. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to keep you from coming on.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the people that are following me are the people I'm going to respond to. You know what I mean? It says a lot about it.
And it's turning around a little bit. People know now for a fact, hey, don't listen to these guys. He will show up. He will fight. I've had so many people back out from me on TikTok, and guess who they blame? And because they know I got all the haters on there, they're all attacking me. That they just go, oh, Jimmy Mooney backed out. Jimmy Mooney was scared. And legit, these people didn't show up, man. And I'm like, I will show up. And I know y'all can take me serious because Butterbean's going to be there. The whole pay-per-view, he vouched for me. He knows I'm going to fight. It's just these little people on here, again, for attention. Hey, Jimmy Mooney, I'm going to fight. That's all it took one time for them to do that. And then everybody's like, well, Jimmy Mooney's scared. Jimmy Mooney ain't going to fight nobody. But I just proved them wrong. I ain't scared. I'll fight.
You didn't really know a whole lot about your opponent either.
The what?
You didn't really know a whole lot about your opponent?
No, I didn't know one thing about him. I didn't even know I was going to fight the guy. I didn't know who it was going to be, but he told us, he's like, he's been boxing since he was like 6 years old. And he did kind of get sloppy because I started getting sloppy. It just happens. We're both sitting there trying to hit each other and we're tired as hell.
It's a little jittery the first time you're doing it.
Yeah. It was the whole thing is like just rushing. My adrenaline was going. I could see my hands flying before they go out, And after, I showed him a lot of respect. He said, I was wrong about you, man. A couple of fans out there did too. They even made a couple of TikToks. He was like, man, I was wrong about him. He will fight. And he done really good. I mean, that was my first boxing match. And I'm in a gym now where my next match is, they better be looking out.
I'm hoping I'm there, too.
Yeah, definitely, man. I love to see the same people back out there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
After meeting you and stuff, I'm like, man, that's one of the nicest guys ever. Yeah, and I hope everybody listening to this podcast is like, okay, if they are a hater, because I know you got a lot more people who love you than hate you.
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee you, it's probably not even close. But, and two, you always kind of pay attention to those people that don't like you. I don't know why that is. Even like,
I pay attention to some of them because, some of them I'm like, I bet I could turn them around, and I do some of them, but really, honestly, it's the ones that really don't care about nobody unless you got these. Ain't just young and pretty. That's all it boils down to, man. That whole social media thing is just getting worse. But I do try to reel in the right ones, and I'm like, if y'all really like watching me fight, I'm going to continue. You like watching me do movies, I'm going to continue.
Keep on keeping on. I mean, that's what it's all.
Just got to keep going, man.
Yeah. How many children you got?
I got 4. Oldest is 13, youngest is 4.
Really?
Yeah. And well, the girls is okay, but the boys, man, it's like talking to a brick wall.
I got one play. I got 2 kids. I got a daughter and a son. My son right now is a T-ball, man. I can go out in the yard, man, him, and he'll hit like 2. He's going. He just.
Oh man, but they love me to death, man. I spend a lot of time with them. If I ain't on TikTok, that's what I'm doing. If I ain't training or working behind the scenes, them. And they're in movies with me. I mean, we work together as a family. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't know either. Like, I get to work with my family. I don't have to be away from them like that, and own my own business. So I get a lot of time with my kids.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, she's coming to me now. Oh, she came to me for a soda. True love.
That's what I've been doing all day. Can you give me? Can you hang me? Can you get a little snack? We got our pool up, man. I know in Georgia it's probably about like Alabama right now. It is summertime. I got you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what part of Georgia?
July, if we do have another pay-per-view match, the kids will be out of school, so that'd be good. And might even let them, take them out there and watch me next time.
I want to come. I'm gonna try to follow you and come to some more of your fights. But man, I was really impressed with you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
now, as you know, everybody else is going to be there. Buttermean will be there, and hopefully we get some other people out there that I know on the platform that they fight pro though. Just everything takes time, but we're getting there.
Man, I had fun watching those Friday nights too, where it was every Joe Blow that's ever been like, "Hey, man, I'm wanting to get in a fight,"
Yeah. And there's 2 separate events. A lot of people didn't understand that. Okay, so I was like, you got roughest, toughest brawl. You got the people that's going for the 2,500, right? But then you had the pay-per-view, and that's where the contract came in. And a lot of people didn't understand that. But yeah, it was 2 different things. You had 3 celebrities fighting in that ring, and that was huge for both of us, for them, for us, And it's amazing to be able to get my foot in the door like that. It was amazing. Thanks to Butterbean and Mike, the promoter, all of them, man.
What's the Chris Walters?
Yeah,
that's the partner, right?
He is a really good guy, isn't he?
Yes, man. Yes, he is. He let my mother go up, sit up top because she was cold.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, he went over there and told the guy up guarding the steps. He's like, "Look, let's let her go upstairs. She's cold, or whatever." Well, she said it was cold up there too, but I mean, like, yeah, they're great people. I mean,
they're really great people, man. When they were handling the hotel and everything, I mean, they got it like that. They really took care of us, man. They took care of us. That's for sure.
You need to stick with people like that. People behind, including myself. I mean, I think you're going to do big things, dude. I really do. And
I appreciate that. I'm hoping so. I
appreciate you coming on this podcast, brother. I know you're busy.
Not a problem, man. A lot of people don't understand how much it takes to do stuff and the time that we really don't have. Like, we really don't have a whole lot of time to do much. And there's just so much going on, and it's a lot of work, and, to get bashed all the time for it, it's kind of like when you think about it, it's like, y'all really don't understand how any of this shit works, like it's a big old refrigerator on your back, man. You're walking around. It's a lot.
Well, I'm hoping everybody kind of hears this, hears you telling your story, man. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, if a lot of those people that say terrible crap on there and stuff about you, whatever, if they came to a fight and put their hand with your hand, shook your hand, they would have a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And it really did happen like that. Guys out there, man, they started following me and stuff. They're like, "Man, no, you're a great guy." Jeez.
Yeah, you are. You're a good one, dude. Keep going, man. Don't let those people bring you down, which I know they don't. I can tell by your lives and stuff. And you're just kind of like, okay, dude wants to fight me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. And I used to get thousands of people. And I even one time had 22,000 people in my live at like one time just sitting up there like that. All from just saying, this guy's wanting to fight me. And I'm sitting there punching on Bob. Everybody's going wild. And it's pretty cool, man. It's really cool. And after that, God. But
there's some people probably didn't even like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what y'all doing.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Well, I enjoy you coming on, man, and I'm gonna have this thing on Spotify. I'm gonna try to get it all up tonight, so maybe I'll have it all up.
Cool. I'll share some of it when I get a chance and let people, hey, look, check him out. We're on podcast, Butterbean's on here. I really don't know everybody you got on here, but I'm sure they could check it out. So I hope you really, keep doing it, doing great. You're good at it, so keep doing it, man.
I appreciate it, brother, and I appreciate you coming on, man. I really do. This has been a good podcast, and I'm glad you came, brother. Now that I got the thing, I'll be able to do some more. So it's always been people coming in and sitting with me or whatever. I'm trying to reach out like across the country and stuff. So it's.
I hope it really reaches out to everybody that you got to sit in here and everybody knows how Jimmy Mooney really is when you have a conversation with him versus on TikTok and you see all the haters attacking me and I'm just having to ignore people. I love to actually chat and have a conversation. So
you're a family man. I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, yep. Kids. Yeah, I mean, keep chasing your dream, man. I mean, and you know what I was going to say earlier too, talking about the box, and everybody's like, if somebody said you didn't do well or whatever, you got to think in your mind too. And being a kickboxer, you got to be thinking the whole time, I can't kick this guy.
Yeah, I actually I kicked the guy twice and didn't even know it, and they was like, "This is boxing, man. You can't kick." I was like, because they know I was a kickboxer. I even trained others, and I was like, "Damn, I can't believe I did that." But now that I look at it, it's pretty funny. I mean, he didn't get hurt, but it was just hilarious. I can't not believe I did that. Kicking all the time for 10, 12, whatever years, man, just muscle memory, man. It was just a natural thing. I don't know. I thought I just kind of bumped him. He was like, "Hey, you kicked me." I was like, "No." I kind of stopped and I was like, "No, I ain't gonna argue." Okay, I'm sorry. But when I saw the video, my leg literally just went whoop. I started laughing. I'm like, I really did kick this dude right in the nuts. Damn.
Well, I mean, that would have to be in the back of your mind.
I thought it can all be good in the future. People will start sharing it. Do y'all remember Jimmy Mooney kicking this guy in the ring in a boxing match? Little things like that out of all of this and movies and stuff like the little mistakes can take a long way. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of attention just because of that.
I mean, I imagine Butterbean, thinking of all the different ways he fought and everything. I mean, there's got to be times where he was like, man, I would love to take this guy down and just like beat the shit out of him, but I can't because I'm boxing. It's like,
yeah. And he did it all. He did MMA, kickboxing, boxing. And I don't even think he kicked anybody in a boxing match, but I did.
It happens, brother.
But yeah, it's good talking to you. Everything. My time's really short right now. I've got so much to do, but
yeah. I appreciate your time, man. I'm gonna be tuning in on your lives.
Yeah, no problem, man. Hey, anytime, just let me know. You got, you can get in touch with me through TikTok, whatever. I'm following you. So
yeah, I will. And maybe before your next fight, I might have you on or whatever. And we can
cool.
Go over the fight, the training, and that kind of stuff. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
great.
Brother, you good dude, man.
Hey, I really appreciate you. You too, man. And I'll talk to you again soon. Maybe even my live on TikTok.
All right. Good, brother.
All right. Yeah, everybody have a good one.
All right, you too. See you, bud.